Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Relatively Gaming Podcast. My name is Bret, aka Enigma 9011, and today I'm here with my lovely ho-host. I'm going to start over. Ho-host. Ho-host. Yikes.
Hey there, brother.
Brother. I'm 6 feet under. Thank God. Oh, God.
Margaret.
Not good. When it first came out, I thought it was going to be a Marvel Snap killer.
I'm out.
And,
Damn it. We killed the intro and everything. I didn't have your video up because I was resizing ours. Son of a bitch.
Oh,
I'm
no.
so sorry. At least I looked over and caught it now.
Yes, right?
That would have sucked.
yeah, instead of 30 minutes in.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Or, tomorrow when you're editing.
Yeah, well, I edited them
fuck
right
is
after.
DJ?
I would have been like, ooh, shit. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Relatively Gaming Podcast, a show where we talk games and, some relative topics along with that. My name is Bret, aka Enigma 9011, and today I'm joined by my lovely co-host, TJ, at Turn-Based TJ. TJ, how's it going, man?
It's going fantastic. Hope it's great for you. Hi, Charlie.
Hello.
Speaking of, for the first time, we do have a special guest. We have Charlie, joining us. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. Had a good day. Had a good week.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you so much for hopping on the podcast with us, being our first guest.
Absolutely.
Other than, Artemis and his invading
He doesn't speak much,
personality. Time to time.
Yeah.
He loves to shout, but doesn't really help the conversation go anywhere.
I don't speak in Boga Boga.
Yeah. Well, let's hop into the gaming. TJ, what do you have for us for news this week?
Sure. Everybody's favorite game right now, Mega Bonk, is taking over.
Woo!
It
Mega
is
Bonk!
a Vampire Survivors-like game, and it sold 1 million copies in 2 weeks and currently has more daily players than Borderlands 4 on Steam.
Ooh.
Really?
Yikes. That's awesome, though.
Yes.
I've seen a lot of
So,
Twitch
yeah, it's
streamers
fantastic.
been playing this. I haven't watched it, but I keep seeing it pop up in the notifications. I'm like, oh, this is the next. I assume it's like going to be that fad, like, how Peak took over for a little while. I mean, Among Us is still going,
Yeah.
but it seems like it's going to be one of those games where it's in the zeitgeist. Hopefully, it, has long legs, but good for them.
Yeah, I hope it has some legs like Vampires. People still play Vampire Survivors. I know if I've got 20 minutes to kill, sometimes I'll just throw on Vampire Survivors. So hopefully it has that longevity. On the sadder side of things, Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed game.
What?
It was supposed to be a Reconstruction era game, like post Civil War. You were going to be a black ex-Union soldier fighting the KKK, and that sounds super sick. I'm not gonna lie, and they canceled it because people had backlash to Yasuke from Assassin's Creed Shadows, and they cited the political environment at the time of right now, so they canceled that game, and that is sad. That sounds like a sick game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Big bummer. I also read an article about it as well. Seems like a lot of the devs were looking forward to it too, and very inspired or just like excited about the project. So to hear that it was just leadership being like, nope, not a good time.
Sometimes you just got to do it.
Yeah.
Throw it in everyone's face and see how it goes.
Yeah, and the internet being the internet. I mean, obviously the world's fucked up. We don't need to get into that, but like the Yasuke stuff was so stupid. Of everybody just being backlash about a black samurai, and we see it repeatedly in games.
Yeah.
Which is historically accurate, I might add.
Right,
I don't mean to be that guy, but there was a guy there.
But yeah, like internet's just gonna be the internet too. Like even with Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West, it's like, oh, she doesn't look pretty enough, and like Ghost of Yotei, which came out recently, like people are on a backlash because, oh my God forbid we have a woman protagonist.
Yeah. Or everyone bullying the devs into changing Sonic. Yeah, for the good. For the good.
Yes, yeah, I know. It's like,
Still,
yeah, I get
but
you,
yeah.
still.
They went through
No,
and how much
actually-
money they spend on that.
Sure. Yeah.
I actually agree with Charlie, where I think, because oddly enough, the same company, Ubisoft, puts out a game series called Far Cry, and Far Cry seemingly does not give a fuck. Far Cry 5, that is a political game.
Very
You're
much
fighting
so.
a cult in Montana. Far Cry 6, you're literally fighting fascists as like a communist revolutionary force. So
Yeah.
they really don't care. They kind of put their foot forward, and now seeing them being tepid with Assassin's Creed is super bizarre.
Yeah, I wonder if that makes if there's someone behind the scenes changing that, or if it's just corporate.
Gotta be
Is
corporate.
Ubisoft, they're Canadian, French? Do you remember their origin or where they're
I do
based
not. I
out of?
think they have multiple studios. They have Ubisoft like Montreal, and they also have a couple other studios.
Okay, so yeah, I wonder where home base is. That at least would work on that project, and yeah, if that would correlate to whatever. I don't know. Sucks.
Yeah.
Yep. In other sad news, Pokemon Pocket trading card game, the revenue has tanked since launch. It's fallen 50% on both the player count and the revenue. And I really thought this was going to be the next Marvel Snap killer. I know I downloaded it when it came out. I was really hype on it. I played it a lot. And then I stopped playing it a couple months afterwards. So I am part of that player fall off. I'm part of the problem. But it was very fun for like 2 months.
Yeah.
I agree. Did you play any of it, Charlie?
I hadn't even heard of it.
Oh, okay. So I'm on the same boat with
it's so
CJ.
sick.
I tried it out. So it's essentially just a virtual Pokemon like pack opening type game.
Okay.
So it gives you that rush of like how Pokemon collecting cards are in the zeitgeist again and stuff like that. But from a digital standpoint, so you're not spending however much money people are like swarming for these
Attacking the trucks.
booster boxes and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I dipped my toes into it for that. You can also do like battles, which were okay. It was kind of fun, and there was a little bit of a social aspect to it. But yeah, I'm surprised it's fallen off. I wonder if it's just like I said, there's not much to do besides the pack openings, perhaps.
The battling was fun. I got into it. They had different like tournaments and challenges in the battling. So like you would play for like 2 weeks, you would get like a special token if you were the best battler or whatever. So they
Right.
had some incentives to keep playing the game, but I just I don't know what it is. I just dropped off of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's too bad.
Yeah. So sad to see that for the company. I hope it goes back up. I'm also with 50% of revenue falling, it's also still making like hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think they're gonna be fine. Yeah. I think they're okay. But I'd like to see some competition in the card mobile section for sure.
Who else do you think could deliver something like that?
That's a good. I'd love to see a Digimon card game, honestly. I had some Digimon cards that were pretty sick.
Does Magic the Gathering have anything going on in the like?
They
app
do,
space?
but
I
their
think they do.
app is so restrictive
Okay.
in how you can buy. You have to like buy the packs and stuff, whereas Pokemon was giving them to you for free on a timer.
Okay.
So it's so restrictive monetarily on the Magic the Gathering side that like it's hard for it to like really blow up. It like stays kind of niche because you do have to funnel a lot of money into it.
Gotcha.
Right.
Because I know Magic's had a lot of crossover events recently. Like they have Spider-Man packs. They have
Really? That's cool.
Lord of the Rings.
Final Fantasy, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, that they've been doing more recently.
They even did a Warhammer crossover.
Oh, loop it around.
Uh-oh.
Callback. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I still Marvel Snap all the time. So yeah, I don't know what else is out there. Not that I'm really looking, but
Yeah, I still log back into Snap probably once a week, just get back into it. So I think Snap is still king, and
Sure.
it's probably going to stay king for a while. So that's good and bad at the same time for the industry. But just want to wrap up with one more small piece of news. The Outer Worlds 2 has gone gold, so
Okay.
we are good.
This was the team that did Fallout New Vegas. They
Okay.
did Outer Worlds, what was it, 2016, 2017?
It was 2016, and it was more of a proof of concept because they were starting their own studio and stuff, so they had like a really small bit, so it's a much smaller size than an RPG of that scope really could be or should be.
Yeah.
And they're saying the second one is like really the not only the proof of concept, but like the full meal. You're going to get some big sections. They said you could spend up to 15 hours in the first section alone, and there's going to be like 8 sections or something. So.
Spared no expense.
Yeah, exactly. They made money. They made their cash, so that now they can use it.
Good.
So it's supposed to be like the Bethesda killer type situation where it's supposed to compete with like Fallout and Skyrim and those types of games.
That's a mountain to climb.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. What about you, Brett? What do you have for news today?
Well, one we missed out on last week when we were recording. Rock Band 4 has been taken down from digital storefronts.
Random.
All of its tracks. I don't know if it's a licensing thing. I probably should have looked into it a little bit more. But yeah, so if you own it, you still have it and all your tracks and whatnot that you download for content. But yeah, it has been taken down and delisted from virtual storefronts. So I mean, I know at least Charlie and we played a lot of Guitar Hero when it first came out, 2 and 3. TJ, did you ever get sucked into the musical game plastic controller world?
No, my rhythm is so bad that even fake rhythm instruments I couldn't
I was
do.
terrible.
I couldn't do that. Yeah. So it was not for me. I was not one for that genre for sure. I know that's other people in our family who I shall not name got really into it and very good at it. But yeah, just not for me. I just could not. I could not. The pinky is what kills me every time trying to.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just wanted to shout them out. Obviously, they had a long livelihood. I think Fortnite's the only one left in the rhythm game, like, kind of, what do I want to call genre? Doesn't seem the right thing. At least the big thing of, like, that gameplay with the music festival expansion type thing that they got going on.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sorry, Fortnite has a music game.
So yeah, if you didn't know, Fortnite, oh boy, maybe a year and a half ago at this point, Epic owns Rocket League, owns Harmonix, which was a big attributor to, I believe, Guitar Hero. So they have the Fortnite Battle Royale, they have something involving Rocket League, I believe, included, and then they have this music festival where they do have a peripheral, a plastic guitar that you can buy if you want to, and it's just Guitar Hero / Rock Band gameplay. You can buy songs with your V-Bucks. They are very expensive. They add it to, like, your library permanently, or you can play it for free and, like, 10 to 20 songs, like, rotate every week or day or something like that.
Interesting.
You can kind of, like, build a library of music, obviously, that fits more of your taste, or you can just cycle through. But yeah, I don't know how popular it is, but it's there. There's definitely a lot of song options, and it's like you go into the storefront, you're like, Jesus Christ, it's so full with all this stuff. And it's just like, But Epic's gonna keep making it money. Speaking of Epic, let's talk more about Fortnite, because Fortnitemares, I believe, as a recording started today. So this is their big Halloween event that they have every year. So you get Halloween type challenges, unlockables that you can do. Sometimes zombies are added to the map. I think thanks to those zombies, shout out, that was how I got my first Fortnite win many years ago.
Nice.
But they have a lot of crossover skins that they've announced this time. I don't have all of them off the top of my head, but I know Wednesday from the Addams Family and the Wednesday Show is there. Scooby-Doo Gang is there. On the more spooky side of things, I believe I saw Art the Clown from Terrifier on there.
Still haven't watched the movie.
No, I'm out. That's it for me. I'm done.
So there's plenty more there. So if you're interested, go check that out. I believe that's going to run a couple weeks, obviously leading into the spooky season and Halloween.
That sounds cool.
A big shout out to Sandfall Interactive and the Expedition 33 team. Kind of blew up back in March. They have officially sold 5 million copies of their RPG, which is awesome. And they've announced a free update that they are working on, which is going to have more dungeons, post-game content, just that players will have available to them soon. So I thought that was really cool, especially for an independent team. Like I said, it blew up back in March. It's in the Game of the Year contenders this year.
Ooh, nice.
I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't personally played it at all. TJ, have you played it?
No, I missed my opportunity. I had Game Pass at the time that it was out, and I focused exclusively on Doom: The Dark Ages. I really wish that I took some time aside to play Expedition 33. My friend said that it was very good. It looks incredible. It's right up my alley. It's a turn-based game.
Yeah.
Like I really should have hit that hard. But I think it's going to be one of the biggest misses on my list for making like a best of 2025 list, because I'm like, well, I haven't played this game, which is arguably the best that people are talking about right now. So
I haven't even heard of it.
And then last one I want to shout out, because Charlie's here, more on the movie side of things, but Minecraft 2 got confirmed for July 2027.
Wow.
I haven't personally watched the first Minecraft movie. I do
haven't
want to
either.
give it a chance. I know TJ's got the palm, the face palm going on.
Oh,
I know
God.
it's aimed for, probably
Childs.
younger audiences, but just to be like, yeah, that was that. But I don't know.
People enjoyed the first movie, and people is not me, but people enjoyed that first movie quite a lot. So, have you seen that movie, Charlie?
I have not. No. My niece and nephew have. They enjoyed it, but to each their own.
Yeah, for sure. I tried to watch it with Ashley, and Ashley is still mad at me to this day that I made her watch that movie with me.
Oh, I'm sure there's worse options. Oh, boy.
I can list a few.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah.
Well, nice. A big chunk of news this week. So now let's jump into what we've been playing.
Oh.
Charlie, why don't you kick it off? Have you been playing anything lately in your busy schedule?
In my busy schedule, well, last week I haven't played anything. This week I've only kind of turned my Xbox on and fell asleep before it loaded. So not lately, but usually I'm turning on Age of Empires 2 on my 360 or my Xbox One.
Yep.
I'll play that a lot, and then I'm always just going back and forth into Minecraft. I've been working on that same world since like 2015.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
not
gosh.
gigantic, but it's all, single. I've placed all these blocks, taken my time and thought about stuff and tore stuff down and gone back in there. So I've had this world a while. I definitely enjoy that game.
Mm-hmm.
Something else I've been playing a little bit more recently is Roadcraft. I was telling you about Roadcraft, and it was a lot of fun, and then I couldn't figure out how to get back to it. I finally figured out how to get back into it. And then it saved all my progress, and I was like, sweet, got right back into the road I was building, and then all of a sudden it did the same thing, and I was like, okay, so I don't know what's up with my Xbox, and I'm streaming this game, and it doesn't like it. So Roadcraft is fun, but yeah, I guess you gotta own it. I don't own it. And then I tried playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
I turned it on, I went in there, and I started it, and it gives you the, this is how you fight, and this is how you run around, and then I stopped playing for like a month, and I went back to it, and I was like, how do I do stuff? Like, what was punch? What was kick? I got my ass kicked by a level 3, and I was like, all right, I deserved that.
I would say that's my favorite Assassin's Creed game, actually, is Odyssey. So, yeah, I think that's definitely a good one to even try and struggle your way through, because it's pretty worth it. You can do like battles and stuff on the map to like change wars and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It sounds like an awesome game. I watched Enigma 9011. I don't know if you know him. Play it, and he played quite a bit. I think the ship battles were the naval battles. That's what I want to get to, but I've got to progress through other stuff to get to that point. But the map is enormous, and I cannot wait to go and find that Cyclops and get my ass kicked again.
There's a Cyclops? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was like level 50 or something.
Yeah, I walked in the wrong neighborhood.
You were like a 20, 22 or something. Like, uh-oh.
Oh, please tell me it was named Polyphemus. That's
Okay, I'll self-burn right now. TJ, who made the triangle mathematic equation? Do you know?
Oh God, you're
Starts with the letter P.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras, right?
Theorem.
That's
Yeah.
what I was calling him for the whole game, because I didn't realize that was him.
Who was that?
Pythagoras. And I didn't realize for the longest time. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. It's Pythagoras. Not Pythagoras.
Oh, man.
Pythagoras.
I'm glad that was something actually that was like way in the back of my brain from high school. I don't know how I pulled that out. So I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad that I didn't look like an idiot on the podcast.
So his name's Jim or something?
Yeah, I think it's Frank invented the triangle.
It was Italian. Paulie. He's Paulie, yeah?
Yeah. Something Italian.
Yeah, Odyssey, great game. I definitely need to get back into that eventually. But
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I started with Assassin's Creed 1. I think Steven got it, my older brother. And he got it for me for Christmas, and I played that game all the way through. And Then the second one came out, Brotherhood, Revelations, whatever order they're in.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Played all 4 of those, and then I was like, I'm kind of done jumping through bushes and, and climbing, scaling buildings. And then Bret brought me, what was that one? I don't even remember the name of it.
That I got you?
Yeah, it was the Revolutionary War.
3.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
So he got me 3, which is a great game.
Yeah.
But you can only jump and scale buildings so many times, and it's like this story is pretty similar. Find this guy, kill him, scope this guy out, and
Yeah.
I think this one's gonna be a lot different because I was already in a cave and just doing a whole bunch of different stuff, and then popped right back out into the world. Like, that was cool, little side quest. All right, I didn't even do any of the story yet, and I'm already killing people and following stuff and finding really cool stuff. So that was really I think Odyssey is gonna be a fun game, but I definitely have to restart it and go through that tutorial again.
Yeah, I'm glad that studio kind of picked up on what you were saying of like it's very repetitive because they did. I think they were doing yearly releases, or maybe I'm
Pretty
mistaking
back
it.
to back, yeah.
But they took a break, and then Origins, which was like Egypt based, was their first stylized one like Odyssey, whereas the big open world, a lot to explore, a lot to do. Then obviously followed up with Odyssey. And they've been keeping on that track for a little while. They had, I don't know if Ragnarok is the correct subtitle, but they had one that was like Norse mythology. And then this recent one, which we just talked about with Yasuke.
Shadows.
Thank you very much. I don't know if that's also open world or if that's more return to form.
Oh yeah. No, it's open world, but I
Okay.
will say it has a lengthy intro where it's probably like a 2-hour intro.
Wow.
You gotta get through a whole movie, but then once you do that, it's open world, and you can switch back and forth between the ninja lady, whose name escapes me,
Sure.
and then the samurai Yasuke. So it's
That's
very
a weird
cool.
name.
Yeah.
Well, nice. TJ, what do you got going on? What have you been playing?
Sure. I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Alan, who I used to play Castle Crashers with,
Ooh.
because he bought me Absolum, so we could play
sweet.
together.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I've been playing Absolum, which is a roguelike beat 'em up. So it is an old school beat 'em up game like Castle Crashers. I don't know, Charlie, if you have any experience with beat 'em ups. Have you played beat 'em ups
I've
before?
played Castle Crashers before. It was a good game.
Okay. Yeah, it's just like that, but it's like they like really hand drew the I don't know, the animations and the characters and stuff. It looks like a book. It's really cool.
Nice.
And it's a roguelike like Hades. Although I will say, as a negative, I'm just gonna get the negative out of the way and then I can gush about it. But the negative is that the power-ups and abilities don't seem as impactful as Hades. They're not quite as good as Hades is about changing the gameplay because the beat 'em ups mechanics are so strict, So you can like add fire to your attacks, but you're not like changing your attack entirely like a Daedalus hammer in Hades. But having said that, oh my god, is it fun. I've never played a beat 'em up for this long. In multiplayer it's even better, it really shines. But even in single player, like I've never played a beat 'em up this much, I don't think. I've probably played like 10 or 15 hours in like 3 days. I've really really hit it hard. And it's really cool because there's 4 characters, they all play really differently. You can change their special every time that you go, and then you get the different power-ups and abilities. When you beat bosses, you get different stuff that changes your gameplay completely. So I will say they did do a good job there. And then there's a lot of branching paths, which is really cool. Like when you start off, there's like 2 paths and there's 2 bosses that you can decide to face. So it's like, what boss do I feel like fighting this time? And there's a final boss. It's really hard and difficult staying in vein of the beat 'em up genre. But I've gotten better. There's like parry mechanics and dodge mechanics and stuff. And as you get better, you start to open the world. You have to like earn the 4 characters. You have to like earn one of the currency things that you get because you have to beat the Under King, which is pretty hard. And the Under King actually has a song by Mick Gordon. So
Fuck yeah.
from Doom fame, yeah, it's metal as hell. The soundtrack for that song,
That's cool.
it's pretty sick. So once you beat him, then you can kind of unlock. There's like 2 other continents that you go to. You have to fight your way through a whole continent, which takes like 20 minutes, and then you got to fight through 2 other continents that you choose, and then you'd have to scale a tower and fight the main bad guy. So it seems pretty meaty. I have not gotten that far yet because I keep dying in the second continent area, but Man, is it fun. Also, there's a frog that's a wizard, and that's who I play as. I'm a wizard frog, and I couldn't be happier about being a wizard frog. It's so cool. It reminds me of Chrono Trigger with the Frog Knight.
Very cool.
So that's a lot of word vomit, Charlie, but I love this game. It's very cool.
Yeah, good. No. Gush about it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely. And I got it on Switch as well, and it looks beautiful on the Switch Lite. It plays great. So I think that was the way to go. I try and keep all my roguelites on the Switch if I can. It's my roguelite machine, and it's working really well. So I've just been playing that mostly. I've also been playing a little bit of Resident Evil 4 OG, the original one, on the Switch as well, because my PC's on the fritz still, so I've just been Switch gaming it up. And I thought that after the Resident Evil 4 remake, there wouldn't be a reason to play the OG Resident Evil 4. But going back and playing it, I'm like, no, this game still holds up. It's still really fun. It's still scary to have to stand in place and shoot.
Yeah.
So that mechanic really does lend itself to that game to make it extra scary, because you feel like you're confined just in your controls alone. So very fun. What about you, Brett? What have you been playing?
Well, before I get into mine, I know we've talked about it off the podcast. I do have to poke and pry because it's me.
Sure.
How's Inscription going?
Oh, it's going well. I have been playing that a little bit this week too, just a couple runs because I'm addicted to the card battling system. But I can't. I'm so confused. I can't figure it out. I've beaten it 3 times. I've got 3 first place ribbons on the doors with my pictures. So I've beaten the card game 3 times. I've unlocked all the boxes. I unlocked the wolf in the cage and put him in the squirrel thing and got the knife.
Yep.
And the knife, you can pry your own eyeball out and put it on the scale where the teeth go. You know what I'm talking about, Charlie? And so
I don't recommend doing that. That doesn't sound like a good thing to do. You need those.
So yeah, you get to choose another eyeball afterwards. He's nice about it. But I don't know what else is going on. I don't know how to get the guy out of the game or whatever. It's like the meta commentary where there's a guy playing the game, and I don't know how to get him to stop playing the game because it just loops around.
I'll have to see if
I'm
I
confused.
can help you with that.
Yeah.
Because you've made some progress since last time, which is good. But yeah, I'll have to see if I can
push you along
that right path and
without telling you the answers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Charlie, this is also a game I think you would like, and I think a lot of people would like. More people need to play Inscription. So it's a card-based battler.
Is that one you were playing?
I did stream it once or twice.
Yeah, you were like walking around a dark room, and then all of a sudden there was a face, and you're like, "Oh, hey."
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
Yeah, locked in a cabin while you're playing a card game.
Yeah.
To the death.
Yeah. Just the surface area there. Might be a little bit more there. But okay, cool. Just the surface. I have 3 games to talk about, kind of really briefly. You alluded to Hades. I have been playing more of Hades 2 on stream, and while on our vacation as well. Going well. I mean, there's a lot of sequels that are out now, and I feel like it's bad to be like, oh, it's just more of the first game. Why is that such a negative? I feel like Hades 2, while there's a lot of comparisons to Hades 1 in terms of gameplay mechanics, I feel like I'm starting to get more and more opened up to me, where I'm like, oh, there's a lot more going on here in comparison to the first one. So I will say I'm still stuck on the same boss that I'm at that second boss. Damn you, Skilla. So I haven't made any progress there. I have run into a few more mini bosses, which has been a fun surprise. And a few other characters, which have been nice to see return to the game. And then I went on a whole new path last stream, which is like, oh, so there's multiple ways I can go. Instead of just Hades 1, it was the 4 stages, get to the end, defeat the big bad, rinse, repeat. This one, it seems like there'll be obviously different options for that.
Nice.
There's a potential third path, which my brain has a theory of how I get to said third path, and I'm working on it, but yet to be confirmed, obviously. That's what I'm going to do. So yeah, just really intrigued by the story with Hades 2, and what's going on with Melinoy and her journey to defeat Kronos. Just wish I was better at it so I could make a little bit more progress. But that's just,
So hard.
that's part of the game. That's part of the thing, is the rinse repeat roguelike aspect of it. So loving that. I alluded to it, I think, last week's episode, but Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, I have played a little bit more of. Not too much. So turn-based strategy, taking your little warriors, defeating everybody on the field, and going through that. Remake from PlayStation 1 era.
Yeah.
But now has the voiceover dialogue, upgraded graphics, streamlined some of the processes that they had from the original game. I learned in my last play session that it's permadeath.
The accident.
Oh, sick.
So, no, not sick. Motherfucker. Awful.
No, that's Fire Emblem is all permadeath, so I kind of
that's
love
the
that.
worst thing ever.
Yeah, it's the best.
No. So yeah, I went into a random encounter. Guy died. I was like, all right, from my experience with the Game Boy Advance version, permadeath was only certain areas, and I avoided those areas like the motherfucking plague. If someone died, you would just have to purchase reviving them somewhere outside once you cleared the area. But no, here someone gets knocked, eliminated from their health. You have 3 turn cycles to revive them. If you don't revive them in that turn cycle, they turn into a little gem or a treasure chest that you can collect for resources to get back from them, but they're not coming back. And almost everybody on my team got wiped. Thank God my one guy was able to finish it off.
Come on, blast
And
off.
yeah, it was bad. So most of the team was down there on hard, so I'm like, running. So yeah, that was not fun to learn about. Shout out to Maximilian, dude. I heard him talking about the game. He said it is difficult if you don't know what you're doing, but if you can grind a little bit and be prepared, then you should have no problem. So maybe that's just what I got to do a little bit more. I am still enjoying it, but yeah, only dipped my toes back into it a little bit, and now I'm very, very timid now that I know there's real high stakes here.
They all died.
And I really need to make sure I bring a healer all the time.
I didn't realize that you lost half your party or whatever.
So I was very fortunate.
Sick.
I only lost
sick.
one guy. I only lost permanently one guy. But there was, if I didn't do it quick enough and finish the battle with the last remaining forces I did have, I would have lost 4 or 5 people permanently, including my main character. So it probably would have been game over.
Restart.
Okay, well, I like that you have the 3 turns to revive them, at least.
Yes.
In Fire Emblem, they just go, and then that's it. And you're like, oh, okay, I guess I have to reload my save file and save scum this, because I'm not losing my only archer.
Yeah.
So,
See, that's a thing, too. I don't do that. I have one save file that I will keep overwriting. And this is any game. I don't do I got 4 saves going. Nope.
Oh, no, I do the one save file, but I save it before the battle and then reload the battle thing, which it is cheating in a way.
Not smart enough to do that. I'm just where's my last save? Okie dokie.
Yeah, that Minecraft that I was talking about. I've had it since 2015-ish. I've got maybe 6 different versions of it saved. I want to get them off the Xbox because if I ever lose that Xbox or whatever, if it dies, I'm gone. It's gone. But I've saved it over the years, and there's whole sections that I haven't even built in this one. It's so funny. I could literally go back.
There's got to be a way to. There's got to be a way to cloud save that or something and upload it to a cloud
there's gotta
somewhere.
be. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah.
Haven't clicked the right buttons.
Yeah.
And then last one I want to briefly talk about. I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to leading into the podcast, but I've played 2 hours of it. It's Ghost of Yotei. Oh my god, this game is stunning. I took a screenshot and put it on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
just
that's what that was.
That was what that
okay.
was. Yeah. So
that's beautiful.
Yeah. So Ghost of Yotei over here. Beautiful game. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima looked fantastic as well on PlayStation 4, but holy crap! They throw you into this, so you jump right into it with Atsu. You learn about her pretty much whole vendetta of revenge against the Yotei 6, who have killed her family. She was able to escape. She went and trained for like 16 years, and now she's back to pretty much eliminate them. And when she's done, she's just going to kill herself. So she's just like, this is my thing. Okay, tunnel vision.
Kamikaze!
And yeah, the graphics are stunning. Gameplay, I mean, it is more of Ghost of Tsushima, which once again, I don't mean to be a negative like with other sequels, but they have added more. Like that opening sequence, after she returns to, I'm sorry, I don't remember the hometown area. It's something with an E. Ezo, I think it's Ezo. You run into one of the Yotei 6 and get your revenge on them. That battle sequence, oh my god, very cinematic. It felt intense, like the music and the presentation for it. You felt like such a badass too. Like you're just chopping off people's arms that are there. And at one point, I got to the final guy, and it's like, oh, why don't you hit R2? And I'm like, okay. You just kick up one of their swords and just launch it at him. R2. And I was just like, holy shit, that was cool. And the battle with the boss was very epic too. I will say the timing of the parries and the blocking, I don't know if it's just the time gap between playing Ghost of Tsushima, 3 or 4 years ago to now. I feel like they're very quick attacks, so you got to be like on top of it with your reflexes if you want to do it. But that fight felt really good. I'm sorry.
So I'm out.
No, I wouldn't say it's not like Dark Souls like level of punishment. Like you'll get hit, you're able to heal based on kills and attacks that you've done previously. You'll have spirit gauges at the bottom. And as long as it's filled, you can heal at any time, and it doesn't take long. It's just like, oh, mistime that, whatever it is. And you don't have to parry as well. That will just create an opening for you. So if you just hold the block button, it will block those for you. There are going to be certain attacks that have a glint. It could be blue, it could be yellow, or it could be red. Depending on the color, it will tell you what you have to do. So blue, I think you have to parry. Yellow is like a stronger strike that they're doing that you can block, but I think it will stagger you more. And then red is unblockable. You need to evade or dodge and get out of the way. So there is flexibility there. But yeah, after you do that, I went to Atsu's home, and you can kind of do like flashback sequences and get more of her character history and like obviously the relationship with her family and why this has affected her so much.
Yeah.
And then the world is just open to you. Like it tells you like, hey, you should go here, but there's little like smoke, not signals, but pillows of smoke or billows, whatever the word is, I'm sorry, of like different areas you can go to. So I went to like this inn where there was baddies, and I kind of cleared it out. I went to an encampment earlier today and cleared that out, like Far Cry style.
Yeah.
And then there's just a lot that you can do. And what it will do, it'll give you like casual, like little hints just from conversations of people you either interact with or people in passing that will talk about different events that are going on in the world. And those are like things you could go do. So it's like very, what's the word?
Immersive?
Yeah, immersive. It's sneaky and not like, hey, you gotta go do this thing and go up this way.
I wish somebody would fix that light bulb.
It's very sly, where it's like trying to guide you on this path, but it's wide open to you. And then
so there's no like exclamation points on the map?
On the map, there are markers, but in the open world, it's just these billows of smoke of like, oh, maybe there's something there that you can go do. And I'm sure there's a lot more to discover, similar to Tsushima, which had a lot available to you that you could do to either upgrade your skills or unlock different weapons or armor or whatever. Like I said, I've only dipped my toes into it, but I'm just absolutely blown away by the presentation. Like even riding the horse, and this is a setting I guess you can turn off. I heard from the What Culture Gaming podcast, they're like, oh, I didn't like this setting, so I turned it off. But me, I'm like, it really is like cinematic, where whenever you ride your horse, the screen will slightly like go widescreen.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you this really like cinematic view as you're like riding on your horse going through it.
Red Dead Redemption here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. This was one I was like, yeah, I'll play eventually, but I was kind of gonna wait on. I had the opportunity at a local game store. They had an extra copy that they pre-ordered. I was like, oh shit, well, I'll just go grab it. I'll support you guys.
Oh darn.
And yeah, I think this is gonna take up a lot of my weekend. So I'll definitely be talking about it more next week. But just wanted to give it a shout. It has been beautiful so far, and loving the experience. And Erika Ishii's performance as Atsu has been fantastic as well. And she does not deserve the hate from the negative internet that she's been getting. So. Yeah.
Those people.
Yeah, but that is very cool. I'm glad that it's living up to the Ghost of Tsushima. As a PC gamer, when my PC works, I'm like that Eric Andre meme where I'm like, let me in. Let me in. I want to play this game, but I cannot. I'll have to wait like a year before they put it on Steam. But that's really cool. I'm glad that it's capturing your attention. I hope this weekend is just you just lose yourself in this game like I did with Ghost of Tsushima, where you just you're just like, oh, there's a camp over here. Oh, I can follow this wolf. Oh, I'm taking a bath. Oh,
Is that the sun coming up?
Whoops.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, yeah. Whoops, it's been 15 hours. Yeah,
It's Monday already. Ooh. Yeah.
so I hope that's an experience for you.
Thank you. All right, well, enough about what we've been playing. Now it's time for our big topic of the day. Usually we bring, something to teach, learn, share about. But today, with our first guest, we're going to kind of learn about Charles and his gaming history with our little questionnaire. So if you guys have seen the previous episodes, TJ went through this, I went through this. You can go back and check those out after this episode. But now we're going to put Charles through the ringer. So TJ, would you like to start with your questions, sir?
Sure, because I only have a few questions, but they're good questions. Also, I just want to say, Charles, thanks again for coming on to the podcast, Charlie. I really appreciate it. This is our 10th episode, so we wanted to do it up. This is a big event.
Peek behind the curtain, 10-10-10, October 10th, recording our 10th episode. That's weird.
Yeah.
Hey!
I didn't notice that, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But yeah, I just want to ask you a couple questions. First one, real easy. What are your top 3 favorite gaming controllers?
Oh, top 3 favorite gaming controllers. The OG PS1. I mean, it hasn't changed much at all, but that form factor, that was like the first kind of where I felt like I could really hold it and play and be comfortable. As I came from the N64, I was like, where do I hold this thing? There's 3 of them. So yeah, the PlayStation 1 controller I really enjoyed.
Analog sticks or no analog
with the sticks or with just the D-pad?
With the analog sticks.
Okay.
That's what I had. That's what I grew up with. I had the analog sticks, and you used them for everything, right? Other than that 1, 2, 3 games that had, use the D-pad. You barely use the D-pad most of the time. I love the Xbox 360 controller. Didn't really change too much from Xbox 360 to 1. Those 2 controllers there, really, I enjoy them. They're, I think, far more comfortable than the PS1. It's a little bit bigger, and to be honest, when I went from PlayStation to Xbox, I was like, what the is this thing? It's so big, it's so weird. And I think the Xbox controller was so big. I was like, what is this thing? This is
Xbox.
Yeah, and then you're trying to reach the buttons, like you literally had to, I got these short little thumbs, so I had to like reach for them. And I've got to say, and it's not really a controller, it's more of a console itself, but the Game Boy Advanced, the wide one, I mean, my fingers aren't touching, right?
Yeah.
It's like on the Game Boy Color, I'm kind of sitting like this, but with the Advanced, I get to actually have a little bit of space. And then along the same lines, I would say the PSP kind of is the same way. I had a PSP for a while, and that just the distance between my hands and the form factor of everything. I think I would say those 4, even though you asked for 3.
No, that's great. That's great. I agree with the Xbox One being so large. I talked about it as one of my favorite controllers because that's the controller I learned to play first-person shooters on with Halo 2 and I believe COD 4. Maybe that was a 360. But yeah, no, my little 12-year-old hands trying to reach the buttons was definitely hard.
Yeah.
What is speaking of like gaming memories that are like in the past and stuff? What is your like fondest gaming memory?
Fondest gaming memory. I have a very funny memory. Chilling in this guy's living room and being woken up to, hey, you're still playing Battlefront. I fell asleep. We're in the middle of Battlefront and I'm just holding the controller, just falling asleep. I don't even know what time of day it was, how long we've been playing. When we would play back in the day, it was either like 6 hours or 3 days at a time. There was no in between, right? So yeah, I think one of my fondest memories is probably waking up to going, oh, like I'm playing a game right now, and Bret's just kind of looking at me like, you all right there? You should go to sleep, or you want to keep playing? I'm like, I'm good. Maybe a little sleep. Yeah, I gotta say that's probably my fondest.
Was it Battlefront 1 or 2?
I think it was 2.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, that game.
Galactic Conquest. Yeah. God.
Galactic Conquest in 2. Yeah, that's, oh man, that was definitely an hour eater for any middle school and high school kids. That just sucked the time right out.
Oh damn.
Great game.
Yeah.
What was the first game that you ever played, though, Charlie? What was your first video game that you remember playing?
That's so hard because I'm the youngest of 3, and my oldest brother is 6 years older than I am. So he definitely was into games and stuff, and so was Donnie. They're only 2 years apart. And they had, I think it was Sega, but all I know is you had to change the TV to channel 3. And then there was this like special thing that they plugged into the coax cable, and it went to the TV. And I don't even know what I was playing, but I had a controller in my hand. I think it was a Sega controller, and we would connect it to the TV. I don't even know what console it was, but I can't even tell you what the game was. But I was just like 4 or 5 years old, just playing something, Unless they handed me a controller and I thought I was playing. Yeah, that might be another thing.
Yeah, little brother controller.
The first game I remember playing, I think, was on a gray Game Boy, and it was probably Tetris. That's the first one I remember really, like, in the car, the 3 of us sitting back there, and one of them gets bored of it and like, hey, I get a turn. Hell yeah, we're only 5 minutes away from our destination, but my turn. So Tetris was really one of the first ones I got to focus on and actually play.
Yeah, what a great game Tetris is. I think it's universally appealing. I think everybody loves Tetris.
Such a classic, dude.
Yeah. This next question, my favorite one, and potentially the last one, but you know the song "The Devil Went Down to Georgia"?
Yeah.
Okay. If the devil came to you and you had to play a video game to save your soul, like playing the fiddle, what video game would you play against the devil to save your soul?
Told you.
Need for Speed. Need for Speed. No. Not Need for Speed. Midnight Club. Midnight Club 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love that.
You think you could beat Lucifer at Midnight Club 3?
Probably. I need a little bit of a refresher. I wouldn't be able to pick it up out of the box and go, but yeah, give me one round and then I'll be able to I'll kick his ass.
Okay, great.
What a game.
That's
Midnight
fantastic.
Club 3, yeah, I think.
We're just free driving there.
What a good arcade racing game, yeah.
Yeah. I owned that shit. I had that on PS2. I played that through and through. The replay on that was awesome. Free mode. Oh man,
what a good answer too.
Free mode. Just driving around the city and just crashing into stuff and causing all sorts of mayhem. You could make a big old traffic jam and then just like smash into it. I was playing Burnout before Burnout.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And like I said, good answer because then you can actually race the devil and go through with the
right.
So that would be great. He'd give you a golden cartridge, I imagine, or a golden PS2 disc.
That'd be a heavy disc.
Yeah, that would be heavy disc. Probably break. That's all of the questions I've got. What questions do you have?
Questions.
I don't have as creative questions, so I apologize there. Favorite character in video games?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Yeah, dang.
And why is it Minecraft Steve?
Well, this is I gotta say it's Diddy Kong.
Okay.
Because N64 was the first console that we really had that we plugged into the TV, and we could kind of take turns playing. And we had a jet ski racing game. I don't remember. I could never figure the game out.
Jet Moto 64, something like that.
Nah, I have no idea.
Wave Racer.
Wave
Racer. Yeah, that one. I sucked at that one. It was fun for a little bit. But then we had Diddy Kong Racing, which I'm beast at apparently. Mm-hmm. I kicked everyone's ass. So I played the shit out of that game. And I used to be able to do his, but I can't do it anymore. His little laugh that he does. Yeah, it used to be really good. But Diddy Kong, I would say, is probably my favorite character.
Nice. What is a game that you think is underrated?
A game that I think is underrated. Ooh. I mean, I really enjoy Age of Empires. Mm-hmm. This game came out in like 97, 98. And then they came out with Age of Empires 2 just like a year later. And it was essentially the same game, more stuff. But then they made a definitive edition in like 2018 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it's the exact same game. They just revamped it for modern stuff. And that game has such replay value to it, and the multiplayer levels to it, and then the campaign itself is actually pretty damn good. I think it's a really underrated game.
Nice.
A lot of people still play it. It does have a good following, but still, like, not enough people know about it.
I feel like I need to refresh my Age of Empires 2 so that we can play multiplayer against each other. I'm going to choose the Franks every time, but we gotta.
Oh, you gotta do full random, so that way you have no idea who you're getting, and you just have to figure it out.
Gosh, okay, that's you play on that. You're on that other shit. You're really...
Godspeed, TJ, if you do that. Because we played Halo Wars, I got fucked every time.
Same kind of, real-time strategy where you've got to be thinking about what you're doing. And yeah, I was like always 2 steps ahead of them.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm turn-based, CJ, because I like to take my time and analyze. You can't do that in Age of Empires. You got to go. Yeah.
You got to make a plan and run with it.
Exactly.
Charlie, who's the most annoying character in video games?
I gotta say it's either the pig or the sheep in fucking Minecraft.
Wow.
I'm building stuff and they're just like... Yeah. You're right in the middle of building stuff. You're placing blocks and you're counting stuff, right? So like, all right, I've got a 13 long wall, and you build your 13 long wall, and then like, all right, next one's 27. You turn around, and there's a fucking sheep. Like, I don't want to kill it, but go. Come on. Oh, so there's actually a video that you and I were talking about, and I wanted to do some stuff, try to figure out if I wanted to do this kind of thing and sit down and stream and whatever. And there was a video of a trader coming into my house that I was building with 2 llamas on the lead. Yeah, so he's got a leash. He's got 2. They came in, and I was like, okay, go away. So then they kind of like walked them out the door or whatever, and I built the wall. I built the glass. I put the glass in to finish it up. I missed one, right? I went the wrong way. Instead of going this way, I went that way, and they came right back in. So I I was in creative mode, and I went and grabbed a sword, and I just like went towards them and then cut it off. And, I killed them. Instead of getting them out, you can't, nicely get them out. You have to kill them because they just keep coming back in your space. Like, I'm trying to do something, guy. I don't want to be rude, but this isn't yours anymore. I'm building a house here. Go away. Yeah, I think the sheep or the pigs, they're pretty much the same. The cows kind of fuck off. You look at them. The chickens, they go away. The pigs and the sheep, they don't. I'd say they're the most annoying.
What is a game you've played more than 5 times?
Minecraft. Yeah, I mean Minecraft, Age of Empires, Halo 3, Grand Theft Auto. Any one of them I've owned, I've beaten them all. Red Dead Redemption. I pick up that game just to ride a horse. I'll go into Grand Theft Auto just to drive around, you know, instead of actually wasting gas and driving around in the streets. I'll just go drive around in Grand Theft Auto. Ride a horse in that one. I'll just pick him up and play.
Who's your favorite antagonist in games?
Yeah.
Sheep from Minecraft. No.
It's also okay if you can't think anyway. That's fine.
Pass.
Yeah. Best story in gaming.
Best story? Minecraft. No, I'm just kidding. Best story. Oh man. What is the name of the game that you recently played with the boat and the ship? Dredge. Dredge is a game that I saw Bret play, and then I picked it up, got it, and I beat it. I 100%ed that game in a week.
Wow.
I hunted down those achievements. I'm not an achievement hunter. I hunted them down.
Woo!
I got that game and finished it, and then I did it again. I didn't go as hard and hunt those achievements down because I already did them. But I played that game through again. I love that story. And I actually watched a whole nother video. It was like a 45-minute long video. I don't even know who made the video. About the story behind the fisherman.
Oh, okay.
So like there's a whole nother layer to it that I didn't even know. I played the game twice through and through, and like all the little notes you find, apparently like he's the dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So, and he already knows some of the people, and he's just an idiot. I don't know. So I think that's a really good story. Dredge.
Nice. Most epic scene you've encountered in a game.
Most epic scene in a game?
Or moment.
I've got to say it's probably Minecraft. There are unlimited amount of seeds that you can find, all those worlds and stuff. And then when your world actually renders and you can see everything, there are some really beautiful like scenery in there. I mean, it is pixelated and it's all boxy and whatever, but like it sometimes is really beautiful. If you can look past the edges, right? I definitely like to see a little bit beyond and use my imagination there. It's there's some of those seeds are quite beautiful. They're uniquely random in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
What's a game you thought you wouldn't like but loved?
A game Resident Evil.
Okay.
Resident Evil, the first one, Steven had on PS1, and
Nice.
I saw the cover and was like, "What the hell is that?" I'm 7 years old, 8 years old, I think. So I'm looking at the cover like, "Ooh, that looks like a scary game," And then he was at work one day, and what do? Is go pop in his disc and I play it, and I couldn't figure out the puzzles because I was just I didn't understand that there were puzzles. Like I don't know how to progress past this area here. But I'm running around and I was like, screw this bag, get out of here! Like I thought I was gonna be scared of this game. Nah, I was kicking ass and taking names. And then once I finally got past the puzzles, it sucked me right in. I couldn't wait to play the next one. I would say Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, is definitely my favorite. That's like for me, that's the pinnacle of Resident Evil.
Yeah, for sure.
And I didn't think I would like that game at all.
Nice.
I loved it.
What is a game that you plan on playing, or a gap in knowledge in gaming that you have?
A gap in knowledge.
So, like maybe something you haven't played that's popular or well spoken about. Like my example, Zelda.
Yeah,
is mine.
Well, there's a game that I want to play. It isn't even out yet, and it's Resident Evil Requiem.
Oh.
Should be coming out sometime 26, I think.
Resident Evil 9?
Yeah.
February.
Oh, shit.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, 26. Coming out soon.
Yeah.
So, like, that's a game that I was like, ooh, that sounds pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
Like, watching the trailer, like, that's a long walk, dude. You could have just picked up the phone and called her, but it's that looks like a good game. But a gap in gaming knowledge. I feel like I kind of missed out on Assassin's Creed. definitely did get a little repetitive for me. But then Brotherhood really brought like another layer where you could have like the clan and everything like that. It was really cool. And then now that I've kind of jumped back into Odyssey, I really love, jumping through bushes and running around and, climbing, scaling buildings. And there's a few things that I'm like, okay, I don't really remember this being an aspect of the game. Maybe it's been in there, and I've realized I've missed like 4 or 5 major titles in that series. So like, I have no fucking clue what's going on at Absurgo there, but they're still the enemy. So probably it's Absurgo. They're probably the biggest antagonist there.
Yeah.
Those assholes.
Man, talk about a fumble of that. They were doing the real life stuff and it was intriguing, and then they're like, nah, we're just gonna kind of leave that out. So I don't know how much you've really left out or missed of the
apparently not much
and his stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's a gap. I haven't played either, but from what I've heard of others, I'm like, oh, well, that sucks.
Well, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
Do they even have the real life segments anymore? I don't remember it being an Odyssey. I can't remember.
I think Odyssey is very brief. It's not Desmond. Okay. It's other people. So I'm like, all right, whatever. It's so minuscule. It's like, it doesn't matter where he went or whatever. I think Desmond, similar to Ezio, did have a conclusion of when he was done. And that might have been around that Assassin's Creed 3, 4 area. I remember ending Revelations.
Mm-hmm.
This shows how good the game was. I don't remember much about the ending of Revelations. I have glimpses of what it was. So I think he's still around in Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah, that's a good
question. But I could be wrong.
They all kind of blend together in my head. Yeah. And it's been so many years. And that was 2007?
Sounds right. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Assassin's Creed 1, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Last question I have for you.
Blue.
What is your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time?
Ooh. Yeah, we're a gaming podcast.
I would probably Halo 3.
Okay.
I can pick that game up and just run around and shoot things. I mean, the story, I finished that story. We played all 4. I played with my buddy Mike in high school. We would come over to my house and sit down on my little 20-inch TV and just stare at it and play for hours upon hours. And we were trying to achievement hunt in that game, just trying to get everything we could. And we did that story in all 4 difficulty levels, Yikes. Which was a hell to go through, especially on, was it Legendary?
Yep.
So that one was a bitch, but we got it. But the editable mode. The Forge, there you go. Just building the random bases and little, capture the flag stuff and just throwing things at each other. And it also kind of reminds me of Little Big Planet, where you could kind of just do whatever you wanted, right? It was just a free kind of sandbox area. But Halo 3 specifically, I think was such a fun game. The maps were really cool. The online play, the single player, and then the Forge. I mean, that's probably a game I kind of miss playing. I spend so much time playing, and then all of a sudden, just no one plays it anymore. It's sad.
Yeah,
I cry about it sometimes.
Yeah, especially that Forge mode. I don't know about you, Bret, if you have any memory, but my friends made a zombie mode in that, where it was the character was one of the characters was as fast as a mongoose almost. You turn the speed all the way up, so you'd be riding around on mongooses trying not to get hit, and they have a sword, and then if you get hit, then you have to respawn with the sword. And it was crazy. All the different game modes that you can make in the Forge. What about you, Bret? Did you have any game modes like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was always one who was invited to the online groups. I wasn't hosting anything, but yeah, I remember a lot similar to what you said, the infection game mode that people had made, online modes where people made mongoose racing courses. There was one I remember, it was half the people were down in this little narrow tunnel and the other were with gravity hammers at the top just knocking shit down so they would fall and crush people down there.
I played that one. Dodge the stuff.
Yep. And then, I mean, LAN parties with Halo 3 for Extra Life was a staple. We did that for years.
Yeah.
Would love to bring that back, but technology. We'll see. We'll see what's coming up down the line. But yeah, Halo 3 was another fantastic one. It's weird going back to and playing. After playing like more recent titles, you're like, I'm moving so fucking slow.
Yeah, there's no sprint.
Yeah, but it is
Not just hopping everywhere.
Yep.
Just jump and shoot.
Great time. Great time.
I think rockets, just straight up rocket launchers. No grenades, no shotguns, no pistols, just rockets. I think that was probably the best. You'd get everyone together, all 4 of us on one tiny little screen, and we're all just trying to dodge each other's rockets. That was probably the best.
For sure. Yeah, what a game.
Yeah. Well, excellent. Thank you for taking us through your catalog of gaming memories.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, to wrap up this week's episode, let's talk about some future gaming memories. TJ, what's a title in the future that you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm stealing one of your earlier answers from, I believe, the first or second episode, because in 6 days, on Thursday, Pokemon ZA comes out, and I am very excited.
Nice.
I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about this game, or they're sleeping on it, but just because of all the other games that are out right now, there's a lot of
damn
stuff
many
on
releasing.
gaming. Yeah, but I'm super excited for it, especially because now, once again, my PC's on the fritz. I'm a Switch-only gamer, so now I'm like, all right, what's coming out for the Switch? We got Pokemon ZA, and it looks incredible. In the latest trailer that I keep seeing when I'm watching hockey, it keeps saying that you have to move out of the way of the attacks and dodge, which is what we were all speculating, and that's really cool. So that's really changing the battle system up. I'm so excited to dodge Moltres Fire Blast or whatever the hell. Like, that's gonna be cool.
Yeah. So, do you know much about ZA or anything about Pokemon ZA?
No, I did see that it was coming out. I didn't know that there was a new mechanic in there. But yeah, I mean, it's, again, like you said, another Pokemon game.
Sure.
How excited can I get?
Sure. Yeah, I know we've, I was doing the streaming of the older version. I did Fire Red and then dipped my toes into Soul Silver. Got to get back into that. But I kind of alluded to maybe streaming Arceus, which Arceus is more recent, but ZA is kind of following what Arceus did in terms of a gameplay style. So there's still Pokemon battles, but like it's the Pokemon are just roaming around and you're focused on the catching mechanic of it. And then like TJ said, they've added with the battles, it's more real time. I think everything's on cooldowns instead.
Okay.
But you're running around with your Pokemon or could run around the battlefield.
That's
and
cool.
You're dodging with them as you're going on.
Dip, dive,
around.
dodge.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays. Yeah, it snuck up on me too, this release. And I want to get it in a way, but another way I'm like, there's so much shit out. I am not finishing games as is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might wait on it. We'll see. I don't know.
That might be a Christmas title.
Sure.
Yeah.
But knowing me, it's going to be the usual FOMO of like, all right, I'm going to wait on it. And I'll see somebody playing it and be like,
I want to play.
You just have to avoid Twitch for 2 months.
Sure. Twitch,
Yeah.
Blue Sky, Facebook,
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah, I'll just avoid
Us.
everything.
Yeah, me talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah, I can't do the podcast anymore. We'll talk about nothing.
Well, it's been a good run.
Yep. Charlie, what about you? What are you looking forward to in the future? Could be a future release or maybe something in your backlog that you're looking forward to playing.
So this is relatively gaming, right? Doesn't have to be video games.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So there was
That's
this
second.
Psycho Killer, a cousin of ours brought up to my attention. I didn't know it was a game. Brendan showed us Psycho Killer, the card game, Can You Survive? And I didn't read up on it at all, just the packaging itself. I don't know if you should insert an image here of what it is. It's really cool looking. Did I fuck it up?
No, you're fine. It'll come back.
So, no idea what it is, but it looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of Cards Against Humanity esque, but Psycho Killer.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking it is. I didn't look it up. Did you look it up? At
No,
all?
I'm
kind of excited. I hope
for
you bought it.
I'm waiting for him to be like, here's my schedule.
Yeah, I know.
So we can
This
hang
guy.
out.
This guy. And then, I definitely am extremely excited about GTA 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big mainstream game. Everyone's been talking about it for decades. But Grand Theft Auto 3 was one of those games that like I went over to my buddy's house when I was a kid, and it was his brothers, and we weren't supposed to play it, but we were playing it anyway. It was a shit ton of fun, and then I ended up convincing my parents to get it for me, so I got it. I went through the story, played the hell out of it, and then was just messing around, whatever. After that, I got San Andreas. We got, what was next?
Vice City.
Vice City.
Vice City was
Vice
before
City,
San Andreas.
and then San Andreas.
Then
yeah,
it was Grand Theft Auto 4 with Nico Bellic.
Right,
There was
in New
also
York
Liberty
City.
Cities.
I did get Liberty Cities on my PSP, and
Very
then
cool.
obviously 5. There was a couple
There
like
was other DLCs like Ballad of Gay Tony and
Yeah.
one other one. I
yeah,
can't
there was
think
one
of
more in
that
there.
was like
I think I skipped those 2. Then I think there was a callback to Vice City
was
or
there a
something like that.
Chinatown one or am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But I played.
I
all
remember
of
that
those.
top-down DS game called Chinatown Wars or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That GTA game. Yeah, there was that one in there somewhere, which was certainly a game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm very, very excited about GTA 6. And then, as we mentioned earlier, it was Resident Evil Requiem. I have no idea what gameplay is going to be, but that intro, that trailer, like drew me in. I was on the edge of my seat, like, what is she doing? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, she wakes up, like upside down on a gurney or something, whatever it was. I was like, ooh, what happened to her?
Do you want to know anything about gameplay?
On
Or do you-
Requiem?
Yeah. Or do you wanna-
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers.
So, well, I mean, so people have gotten hands-on demos of like what seems to be the introduction of the game.
Nice.
So similar to Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, how those were first person
Yeah.
with Ethan, you could do the same thing. Ooh, TJ, do you remember the main protagonist's name?
In 9, I absolutely do not.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So they're giving you the option. You could either do first person with her, or they have returned to a third person.
Ooh, yeah, I might want it that third person.
Yeah, so you get that, and then they've shown, if you want to, the introduction there's gameplay trailers out there where you see some stuff, but a lot of people are speculating that Game Awards in December we might see some more footage for that because February time will be release.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they should be nice and polished by now. They shouldn't be doing too much more to it at this point.
I would hope, but
It
Yeah.
should go gold soon.
Here's half a
Did you
game.
play Resident Evil 8?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
did you
Yeah,
play 7?
Okay.
I did not.
Ooh.
Should
yeah,
I
you-
play them?
So
You're right. You should play 7 for sure.
I streamed
Okay.
7 not too long
You did, yeah. I watched
ago.
quite a bit of it.
Okay. 7's
Oh, okay.
very spooky. 8 it's still the first person, but it's more actiony.
What was the one I almost threw up on?
That is true. You did play Resident Evil 7 VR for a little while.
Half a round, yeah.
That was like years ago.
God.
Oh my god, I got so dizzy.
That-
VR is not for me.
Yeah. But Resident Evil 8, yeah, it's still the first person, but it's more actiony.
Okay.
And it's a good one. I enjoyed it. TJ, did you? I can't remember. Did you finish it? I know you started it.
No, I started it. I've been messing around with it, but I haven't played it much. Maybe I'll go back to it we've still got 21 days left in October. Maybe I'll hit it up for some spooks. But
Sure.
Resident Evil 7 was a game that was so scary that I had to put it down because it gave me such anxiety with the guy chasing you in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was very intense. I could not deal with it. I tried to play it like 3 times. I finally gotten through where I'm almost in the outside section.
Mm.
So I'm still not that far in the game, but I finally got past the guy chasing you, which was I just could not deal with. It was too much.
Yeah. Jack Baker's a bastard.
Yeah.
No idea what you're talking about.
You didn't watch the stream.
I didn't. Not all of it, no.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm a nighttime gamer. So like I keep myself busy throughout the day and then I'll wind down at nighttime to play and put something on. Usually fall asleep to it like Battlefront. And Resident Evil 4 was kind of creepy. Just back in the day playing that one by yourself in the darkness and the quiet, Yeah. It's funny. That definitely is has that kind of the vibe to it. So I like it.
Nice.
I would say you should check out the remake of Resident Evil 4. It is so incredible. It's one of my favorite games. It's just really, really good.
Looks
Check
good.
that out sometime if you get the chance.
I should.
What do I got?
What about you, Brett?
I got one in my backlog, and once again, with Charlie being on, this is a title I was like, oh, maybe he'd like to, because, like you mentioned earlier, Dredge. You fell in love with Dredge.
I did.
So I've talked to you briefly about this off podcast and text and stuff like that. But a game that I need to go back and play, I've watched it all the way through, and that's where I fell in love with it, is Dave the Diver.
You did mention
Oh,
Dave the
yeah.
Diver, right?
So Dave the Diver is another fishing game. You're Dave, who's a diver. Wow, who would have thought? And during the day, you go down diving, and you're just hunting different fish. And at night, you help run a sushi bar. There's a guy who
Nice.
does the sushi, and it's like kind of like Diner Dash, where you have to run around and deliver different dishes to people. But that's only like the top layer of it. There's so many other very unique characters that you're gonna meet and tasks that they'll give you, and like the story of like something's going on underneath where you're diving, and you gotta help people and try and avoid the baddies or like get them off of the trail and defeat them. Dave is just such a very charming character as well. And seeing the ragtag group of people he interacts with
Yeah.
is so funny, because I'll give this little glimpse, is when you interact with certain characters and like engage their actions, everything's pixel art basically for the game.
Yeah.
But when you go into these interactions with the characters, it's like not super high def, but it's like more graphically inclined, like cinematic, like short thing movies of like this character being over the top and doing their thing. So I would highly recommend Dave the Diver, and I've been meaning to play it for a long time. If you have PlayStation Plus Extra, it is free on there and in the library. I'm sure it's got to be somewhere. It's across all platforms, but I just know on the PlayStation ecosystem, if you have Extra, you have that in your game library. Yeah, Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've heard about that one. You said it.
Yeah, good time.
Fantastic.
Well, everybody, this has been another episode of the Relatively Gaming Podcast. Once again, Charlie, thank you so much for hopping on today, being our first guest.
We're done already?
We are done already. I know, it flew
We're
by.
done.
Well, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we'll have to have you on again down the road, talk some more games and whatnot. Viewers, appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Remember, if you like the episode, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment. We do, interact with the comments down there. I see you guys chatting about what we're talking about. Maybe if you have a topic of discussion, leave it down in the comment section down below. We might get to it in a future episode. Also, if the podcast realm is more your thing, probably should have mentioned this at the top of the episode too, but we are now on Spotify, so you can go check out those audio podcasts over there.
Yeah.
Thanks to TJ, he set that up. And you join us while you're at work. You know, don't be slacking. Make sure you're actually doing work. But thanks for listening. TJ, thanks for hanging out as well. Appreciate your time, good sir.
Absolutely. I'm going to go play more Absolum, 100%.
Good hanging out with you.
Yeah, it was nice to see you, Charlie.
You
It's
too.
awesome.
And everybody, thank you once again for giving us a watch, give and a listen, and we will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Au revoir.
Bye.